What is up, everybody? To Verse TV here today. So we're going to talk about Forspoken being delayed. This is one of Sony's exclusives games that's been delayed to October 11, 2022. So apparently this game definitely needs to be delayed because the last time they showed off the gameplay-wise, people were not happy with the gameplay. People were saying this looks like trash. It looks super buggy, unpolished, unfinished. So yeah, they definitely need to delay it. So I'm not too shocked this game is going to be delayed, but I guess they're just giving the developers give people updates. It's going to be on October 11th instead of the original date. I think it's a great move. It's like if your game is unpolished and unfinished and buggy, and you see people complaining about it, you definitely need to address it and fix that situation. So, delay will hopefully do that. This will be less buggy or just more polished. So, I think it's a good decision on their part. I know it's like I know people think because I cover Sony fanboys, I'm against Sony, but I gotta want the games, every game that comes out to be more polished at the end of the day. It's like play video games to have fun and play them with the best possible point they can release at. So hopefully this game gets more polished because this game did look interesting, but I don't know if I'm still gonna pay $70 for it, but to be honest, but as long as it's more polished, I'll check it out eventually. So this is their official statement from the Forspoken team. We have made the decision to move the release date of Forspoken to October 11, 2022. Our vision for a exciting new IP is to deliver a game world and a hero that gamers across the globe will want to experience for years to come. So getting it right is extremely important to us. That at the end, during the next few months, we will focus on all our efforts on polishing the game and can't wait for all of you to experience Freddy's Journey this fall. Thank you for understanding and continued support. We look forward to sharing more about Forspoken with you soon. From Lunas Productions, okay? So the developers making the game. So let's see what people got to say about this. Great news. We don't want a Halo Infinite and Cyberpunk 2077 on our hands. Really? It's like, how's Halo Infinite in the same sentence as Cyberpunk 2077? Like, really? They missed Forge in a co-op mode, and he puts it in the same sentence as Cyberpunk 2077, which you couldn't even play on older gen consoles, last gen consoles. The game was so buggy and unpolished and unfinished, but really? Like, these guys are really stretching to try to trash Halo. And it's like, I know it's like right now people are like really freaking out about Halo because the whole thing has been delayed even longer, but Halo Infinite still has more features than most games combined. So I was like, okay, whatever, okay. So no more is dry for Sony for the holidays. LOL. All good. Cyberpunk showed the world what happened when you don't delay. Cyberpunk was delayed multiple times, so yeah, that game was delayed multiple times and it still came out like a buggy mess. It should have delayed it for like a few years later. What he trying to say, I guess. I'm shocked. Yeah, I don't think too many people are shocked. Like I said before, the last time they showed gameplay, people were definitely just trashing the gameplay reveal of that game. So, and they have to take the video off YouTube, and yeah, so it's not too shocking here. Very good decision. Take your time and best of luck. It would have killed Elden Ring, to be honest. That's funny. Oh man. Oh man, I was really looking forward to playing this in May. It's all good though. I'm on this in October. Okay, good decision. Take your time. Guess the rumor was true. This probably means that Final Fantasy 16 won't come out this year. Disappointed that we have to wait, but I'd rather this over releasing a broken game. Babylon's Falls effect. Square Enix really feels like they are flailing around. Guardians of the Galaxy did not make expectations. Outriders wasn't profitable. Babylon's Fall was dead on arrival. Their near-term lineup looks sketchy, including Forspoken. Final Fantasy 14 is going to carry them. Yeah. Delays are good. I'm much more willing to pause for a game if it gets more polished time. Okay. Yeah, Square Enix is definitely unquestionable this generation. I'll be honest, they are definitely looking as questionable as a publisher because a lot of their games have not been really good. Besides like the Final Fantasy ones, it's like their games have been kind of spooky this generation. It's like we had Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a good game, but it didn't even meet. So it wasn't a hit for them. So I don't know what's going on with Square Enix, but this is not looking good for any game that's not Final Fantasy. To be honest, take your time and get the game looking right. I can't wait to play it in October. Thank goodness I want this game to shine as much as take as much time as you need. So people pretty much are okay with this decision. I think most people are kind of okay with this decision because the last showing wasn't too great. So, and I'm like, what else comes out around October time anyway? I'm like, what else comes out around that time? I know next month is gonna be Starfield. But other than that, I'm like, what else is coming out during that time? I don't think anything else is really coming out. Nothing on top of my head. I can't think of anything that comes out around the time period. So, yeah, pretty good month to release these games in. Not unusual these days. Hope the game turns out to be stellar hit. Probably a good thing too, because PlayStation seems to be using most of its cards towards the beginning of the year. And yes, I know it's being published by Square Enix. Glad people finally understand the importance of delays. However, constant delays is where there's a real worry. I needed some games to move their dates, so my wallet wasn't started staying empty with an IOU attached to it. Okay. For years to come, an interesting word, they're hoping to start a new key franchise with Forspoken. I'm curious how they're going to handle potential spin-offs in the future if this one continuous storyline or if it's more like Final Fantasy where every game stands on its own. Game looked like trash anyway, so not losing sleep over this. This is a pretty big delay. I was looking forward to playing it in the spring. I'm sure it's going to be great though. Was wondering about this since we've seen very little marketing and the game was supposed to release in 2 months. Square hasn't had the best track record with new IPs. Yeah, and also, you know, when the companies don't release any marketing for the games, they pretty much know the game's gonna be a flop. Like, that's like a current trend. When they don't release any marketing for a game, and this game's about to release like very soon, that game is a flop. It's gonna be. They already know they have no faith in that game whatsoever. They're just releasing it because they gotta release it. But so we have seen that several times with games coming out when they just get a stealth release and it's like there's like no marketing for it whatsoever. We've seen that with Crossfire X, and we've seen that with Babylon's Fall, which recently came out. And those games haven't been marketing whatsoever, and they just flopped horribly. I'm excited for this game, and rather have it make an impact than be discarded due to technical issues. Yeah, so people just get the gist of it. It's like people are pretty much okay with this news. It's like it's not like it was unsuspected anyway, because it definitely needed a delay from what they showed so far. So hopefully this game is good. I want every game to be good, whatever platform it's on. Since I want all platforms, I want these games to be great. So yeah, that is an update for the Forspoken game, delayed until October 11, 2022. Definitely want to hear your thoughts down below about this. Are you okay with this delay? Do you disagree with this delay? Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.